welcome back to Mukbang Monday. This one's gonna be our holiday special. Oh my gosh. Wait, for those that celebrate, Christmas is this week. You guys all ready?
Yeah.
I don't have nearly enough gifts. I'm so prepared.
Oh, my mom.
Oh my god. Alright, well today we have with us
Summer. Hi.
Jenna.
AJ as always, and our guest.
My name is Sage. I work at the Welcome Center.
Yay! Welcome, welcome. All right, for today's food, we have plates from 49ers. I have the adobo fried rice and...
I have the local moco.
Okay, local mocha classic.
I have Kirby Passionate.
And I have ube waffles.
Ooh, yummy. All right, let's dig in. I'm so hungry.
I almost ate my whole plate, but we still need to keep
Same.
eating
I
while we're
know.
talking. So we're gonna bring it back. So I guess as this is like our kind of, I wouldn't say last episode, but one of the last episodes we're gonna have before we wrap up the year. So I think it would be good if we all reflected back on our year. We started Mukbang.
Mhm.
It's a new exciting thing, and we can start off with what our favorite topic was that we did. I can start. So I think my favorite, it was probably the most fun to do too, was our Halloween episode
Oh.
with Ryder and Ari.
Sorry. Yes.
Yeah, it was really fun. I really enjoyed talking about that. I like how we had like on-set revelations.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
A bunch of candy too. That was really, really fun
That was
to
good.
not only eat, but like I think to talk about too.
Yeah, I think mine is the same episode. Because I forget if it was that one or I think we had a different one about like dating and like red flags and like love bombing. For me, mine was, it's because I brought up a quote, and I'm gonna bring up the quote again because it's my favorite quote of all time. It's when you're looking at someone through rose-colored glasses, all the red flags seem like flags. You know, and that's just beautiful to me because I love that quote. It's from one of my favorite shows, and honestly, it's like, yeah, you know, people get so like, what do you call it, like love blind, I guess. You know, you just like are so into something or someone. Like it doesn't even have to be like a relationship. Now that I'm also like building upon it. It doesn't have to just be like a relationship. You know, it can be anything in life that you look at and you're like, wow, it's amazing. But then you're like, is it really though? You know, and you got to realize you got to take a step back, take off the shades, and that was my favorite one. But I loved everything we did this year. So.
I was gonna say that was my favorite too. So, well, okay, that one, like what Summer said, we had like revelations from some people that day, which I really thought was cool because it's like, oh, if you're being toxic, you might not even know it. And
Yeah.
then we just kind of went into why it might not be toxic if you do it in some ways. But I also liked our, what's it called, Unheard Voices event, the live mukbang.
yeah.
Because my boyfriend was there, and I was talking to him about it after, and he said that he was like really invested because he just wanted to not be toxic like that. So I thought that was cute.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, change my answer. I love that one too.
I was like, oh,
it's hard to say because I feel like we did a lot of good reflecting this year.
Yeah, and for our audience, we didn't have the Unheard Voices event recorded just for the sake of, you know, not secrecy, but
Confidentiality.
confidentiality.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you were there, yay! Happy to have you there. If you weren't, that's okay. We might have something.
Yeah. Stay tuned. Maybe we'll have another one.
We have been talking to Title IX, so maybe.
Maybe. You just have to stay around.
I think for me, just watching all the episodes and even like the infographics you guys have on Instagram really helped because it's like a lot of stuff that even if you have been dating someone or you're in a relationship before, you don't even know some of these things are like bad or it's like something that's good, like a green or red flag. I think it's really helpful, especially for a lot of like young students that are just coming into college, they kind of just getting their taste of like dating or like just being in school. I think a lot of the information you guys are putting out is really, really helpful. It was helpful for me as well. So thank you guys.
Well, thank you. Who do I make this out to?
Yeah, I'm glad though that we can. Oh, because I like making those infographics and stuff, and I'm glad people actually look at them. So.
I know, yeah, because like I feel like whenever I've made like one of those Talk Tuesday ones, I've kind of, I think I especially did the one I did on communication. I was like, I felt really like, you know, you feel in tune with a project or like a topic. You really want people to like look at it the way you can see it.
Yeah, you'll have someone comment and you're like, oh my god,
Yeah.
you're listening.
You said
You see that?
Yeah, it's just, it's nice when we reach out, I think. And, you know, with our themed episode today, I think bringing up like what holidays mean to us and what's happening during the holidays, you know? I think they just, of course, they mean different things to different people. We have all kinds of holidays where different people are celebrating. You know, some people celebrate Christmas, some people have Hanukkah.
Some people don't celebrate.
So don't celebrate either. You know, sometimes it's just winter for people.
Yeah.
You know? And again, I think that's beautiful. I love them all. I've only ever celebrated Christmas, so I can't really speak for other holidays. But I will say, like, you know, pressure is on, of course. Like, there's always that I think for me at least, I'm like, oh my god, I got a gift kit, you know? Like, I'm getting texts from my family, like, do you know what mom wants for Christmas? And I'm like, I don't really know. I mean, but honestly, I think I've just kind of been enjoying the holiday. Just kind of being in it, you know? Like, I did Christmas photos with my dogs at Moana. It was really cute, because I looked at the photos, and I'm like, oh my god, they're so cute. And we were dressed in, like, matching pajamas and stuff. And honestly, I feel like it's just those small things, you know? A photo, and an experience. And I feel like that's what I like. But, you know, I should communicate that to my family when they don't get a gift.
Yeah. I was having trouble finding like gifts for my parents because they're my parents. Like, they don't want anything. But the one thing they requested was like a music video with me and all my siblings. Because when we were younger, we used to just make music videos, just any kind, you know? So we're going to do that. And it's going to be very nostalgic because it's been like a couple years since we've made one. So we'll see how that goes.
What about you, Sage?
Yeah, I was having trouble finding a lot of gifts for my family. I mean, I tried to do shopping around Black Friday, but every time a lot of my family's like, oh, I don't really want anything. So it's like trying to find, I guess I know them pretty well, so I try to get things that they like, but it's still kind of hard to try to find something that I feel like I'm very like practical when it comes to gifts, like something that they'll actually use or like actually.
Yeah. Of course, yeah. I think that's how it is with whenever my family gives my dad. It's like, hey, here's a thing for your truck. Here's a tool box. Here's recording equipment for when you go diving. I don't know, something like that.
I think for me, I have had, that was like literally like my parents are the hardest to buy for, and my grandpa too, because now he lives with us. My cat, whatever, like he gets to see but like my dad, my dad, I always get him practical stuff too, because he usually just like throws it to the side otherwise. So like I'll get him like, he gets literally for his birthday, Father's Day, and Christmas, he gets stamps.
Oh!
He uses it.
Yeah.
So like he can't like not use it because he always needs a stamp. And so I'll get him that. But my mom, I don't know what I'll get her yet. I have to talk to my sister. Oh.
Well, wrapping up the year, it's about her wrapped, you know, wrapping it all up again. Presents. I think just, again, having it in review is nice, but gotta look to the future. You know, what goals we got coming this next year. New Year's resolutions, you guys can start thinking about them. I think just for myself, just taking everything I learned this year and like applying it. Definitely having specific goals is really nice. I think for me at least, going into the new year, the new semester, I just kind of want to take everything I've learned about myself and bring it with me. You know, keep my routines, don't overwhelm myself, study on time, do homework, be kind to myself, do things that make me happy. Sometimes it just takes you a little bit to rediscover yourself and find yourself feeling like refreshed, new. So I think my advice for going into the new year is just to take a breath, which sounds so simple, but sometimes you think, at least for me, I think too far ahead and I get too panicked, but I'm like, it's okay. I'm living in the moment.
Yeah, step by step.
Yeah.
It's really easy to feel overwhelmed when you set like the entire year in like one sitting.
Yeah.
Because
Whoa.
I do that too, and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta get started now. But I think it's really important to just not only live in the moment, but also meet yourself where you are.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something that I'm trying to practice with myself. Because I feel like I'm really accepting of others, but I put a lot of weight on myself to meet an expectation. So with my New Year's resolutions, it's like jam-packed a bunch of things for myself. But one of them is to lighten up a little bit, so I'm like, maybe only set 10, okay? So I think, meeting myself where I am, like you said, taking what you learned this year and then bringing it into the next year. I think I have a lot to grow with myself for not only my confidence, but also my confidence as a professional is also really important since, oh boy, we're going to start doing some big girl stuff pretty soon. So I just want to really integrate that into myself so I have a even stronger start.
So this year I kind of had like a bad habit. Like, I need to learn how to just live in the moment, because I'll do this thing where I'll like think of all these scenarios that could happen and I start panicking and like, wait, these are real now, and then it's like I just start getting all weird. But I want to start just like being happy right now, because in reality, nothing's really wrong right now, and I shouldn't be making up these things in my head. Another thing too that I wanted to do next year was for my finances. Not that they're bad, but I just have goals for next year that I want to meet. Since this year was a lot more about like spending time with family and like friends and loved ones, I kind of want to focus more on my like personal and professional growth for next year. So
some of the goals that I want to set for myself is like, I guess putting myself more out there and trying to find more people, like talk to more people, meet new people. Because I feel like I spent a lot of the year just kind of not really isolated, but I was so focused on doing personal things that I didn't really get the chance to meet. Right, I did meet a lot of good people that I really appreciate, but I think I want to get out there and I guess put myself out there more to actually meet more people and like develop new relationships.
Yeah. Well, hello. But yeah, so I'm glad to have you here, and I totally agree with that. I feel the same, honestly. I think when I started here at Pono, it was really nice to just kind of get to know around, so I definitely advise getting yourself out there, just doing whatever. Things are a lot more open than you think, I think.
And I feel like Leeward is such a special community where I feel like mostly everyone that I've met at Leeward have been really, really friendly.
Everybody's so friendly.
It's like crazy how well mostly like everyone gets along. And so like I feel like this is a great place to start if you want to get out there, make friends, just talk to somebody. This is a great place to start, and even starting in student life in general, if you want to get paid while you make friends, that'd be a good place too. So yeah, I think it's really a great place to just foster that sense of community, especially in the new year. So yeah, and I think the next thing that we wanted to brush up upon is if you have gotten any advice this year, and if so, what was the best piece of advice?
Ooh.
I think for me, I wouldn't say it was advice. It was more a compliment. I like compliments a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, let me think of another one. I think, okay, the best piece of advice I got was from my therapist. It was when I was dealing with just accepting others. I think I had a hard time with that. So I really come a long way with that, because I feel like I've always been chasing the kind of potential that people have, if that makes sense. Like, you know, like let's say for example, you have like a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a partner, right? Then you see like, you know, there are good qualities and everything, but they're falling short in this one aspect, but you think that they can better themselves to like meet that. And so like you set this expectation that you didn't really realize that you're doing, and they didn't know that you set that for them, and then so you get kind of upset when they don't meet that standard. And so like that's not really accepting somebody where they are, and sometimes you just have to take it at face value. Most of the times people don't really change from where they are, and I feel like that was a hard pill for me to swallow. And so really just truly not just saying anymore, accepting someone for where they are right now at the moment, and if that's okay with you. And most of the time, it's fine with me. I don't know why I was so nitpicky. And so, yeah, I've not only been doing that with people, but also myself, because I'm really hard on myself too. So I think that's where like I had a harder time also like stepping away from setting that expectation for others, because I'm so hard on myself when I get close to people. So yeah, I think really just being in the now, really, and accepting someone right as they are now.
I would say for me, I don't think I get some advice from people. I think it was a little bit of advice, a little bit of lesson. We had discussed with, I forget her name, but she was a CEO.
Yeah,
Leilani. And when we had discussed, she had said something that was really interesting, which was not, how did she phrase it? It was a lesson, but I can't think of the word she said exactly. Basically, not everyone wants to be saved. If you want to help someone, sometimes just lending an ear is what helps them more. And the more you listen to them, the more they'll be able to seek out help. And then you'll see your moment when it happens. And I just thought, like, I feel like, you know, it's one of those things where, like, you may have heard it before, but then she said it, and I'm like, oh my God, that's so true. You know, like, when you're trying to help people, you don't want to try to be like, you should do this, or give advice, or be like, hey, I can help you. You should just talk to me. Because sometimes that's not the moment. Sometimes you got to listen 5, 10, 20 times, and when it comes around, people will realize for themselves.
I think I just had my own epiphany with what Summer said. Because I think I do that too. Like I have these high expectations for people, and I expect them to just know that, and then they don't meet it, and then I get all mad. So I guess it's something I need to stop doing, just for the sake of my own relationships. Another thing I realized this year was that like there's no harm in just trying. Because I used to be just really scared of like trying to do stuff, because I'm like, oh, what if they say no? What if I get rejected? What if I fail? But at the end of the day, like, who cares? Like, what's gonna happen if you do fail, you know? So I think that was something important too that helped me like ask for more help, because it's like I used to be really scared of people judging me for just not knowing things, but like no one knows everything. Like everyone's confused all the time. So I try to keep that in mind, and just don't be afraid to try, because there's no harm. Like really only the only things that could happen are like good or nothing happens. So you know, yeah.
There's a quote by A$AP Rocky, really cool guy. He's like, when has it not been cool to try? When has trying been lame? And I was like, oh, he's so real for that.
Yeah, and I've never like looked at someone trying and been like, oh, like what are you doing? Like no, I'm just like, oh, that's pretty
Inspired.
cool. Yeah.
You kind of root for them in your head.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And most of the time, I think that society is really forgiving, even if you do like, you know, you try to do a kickflip and then you fall on your butt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's totally fine, you know.
Yeah.
At least you tried, right?
Yeah, one thing I've been like thinking about that for like job applications, because I used to be so scared. I'm like, oh, but I'm gonna get rejected and it's gonna hurt my self-esteem. I'm like, why would that hurt my self-esteem though? Like they just didn't need me, so it's okay, you know.
I guess it's from a poem, but it's I guess really impacted me. It was, how can you find what you're looking for if you don't see it in yourself? So I wanted to talk about like how, I guess, seeing the value in yourself makes, it kind of makes everything make sense, if that if that like actually does make any sense. Like if you don't see value in yourself, then other people will really see it in you.
Oh, I see.
Because I feel like I used to not really see that in myself. Like I never thought like I was a valuable person, and that kind of led me into, I guess, a very wrong relationship where the other person was very like abusive. But we can cut this out if we.
It's all up to you.
Yeah, up to you, whatever you want to say.
But yeah, so I didn't really, like, I thought that I had deserved that kind of treatment because I didn't really see the value in myself as like a partner or even like as a person. But after I got out of it, I kind of realized like you are like actually worth something. That was, and after I kind of had that like epiphany, like you actually do contribute things, or like you're a valuable person. I guess I got confidence from that, like, and I was able to start doing more things. Like I was able to start putting myself out there because I didn't really want to do it before because I didn't really see like, oh, who would want to like, hang out with me or whatever. But after I started seeing value in myself, I feel like I got more confident from that, and I actually started doing things that like I actually wanted to do, like meeting more people, getting myself out there, and I think that really helped me a lot this year.
I think I understand what you're saying, and I feel like I've been there too, and it's really hard to get yourself out of that kind of mindset. So I'm really glad that you were able to change that for yourself, and I imagine it's really, really tough. And so I also did like engage in relationships that didn't really serve me because I thought I'm worth this much, and I also was like kind of like a loner too because I was like, oh, who would want to hang out with me anyway, or why would this person want to like date me or whatever, right? And then so like I got into like this thought of like, what's so special about me anyway? But then how are you supposed to judge yourself from someone else's point of view, if you get what I mean? Like you're answering that question for somebody else. How would you know? Right? Like, it's like, wait, well, what if this person actually wanted to get to know me and I just cut them short of that, you know? You
Kind of like
answer that.
you like close the door on yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, like you like totally stubbed your own toe.
Shoot.
Yeah, that's really important to just realize. So I'm glad that you're there.
I'm like realizing a lot of things about myself right now.
I know. Oh my god, another Epiphany episode. It happens during the holidays.
No, I do that. No. Oh my gosh.
I do that too. Oh my god. I feel like, honestly, like, I think the common, like, factor between, like, all of us saying what we're, like, our advice for ourselves is just having the confidence to acknowledge yourself, to feel good about yourself, you know? Not to put yourself down in your own head. Because people, it seems like commonly, people think that something's gonna happen or something that's not gonna happen. But all we can do is try. And, you know, be kind to yourself. As much as simple advice, I feel like, is the most overlooked. But, like, talking about these certain situations, it's the one that's the most common. You know, the best thing with advice, though, is when you write it down and put it into effect. As I feel like, you know, we're talking about these things. And for me, kind of just hammering it in is what needs to happen. And when I was talking about, like, routines, I know for me, I need to get in the habit of, I have a planner I never used. So, you know, there would be things like doctor's appointments, which I have one today and I didn't know, so I gotta cancel that. You know, having things written down in like a planner, or maybe like, I have this big whiteboard in my room and I don't use it, but I need to start writing down like, maybe like daily affirmations, or like, what am I gonna do? You know, goals and stuff.
Like having a whiteboard in your room is like one of the best.
Yeah, right? You kind of write down whatever It's magnetized too, so I can put magnets on it. I should start doing that. But like itemizing, checklisting, for some people that are more organized in that way, I feel like it comes more naturally to them. For someone like me who just kind of does whatever, like it has to be like spoken word, I'm not good at writing stuff down. Just finding different ways to remind yourself, because even though like we talk about these things, like I said, you gotta have it constantly in your life for things to feel like they're changing or getting better.
And I think it's really important too, like to set your intentions for this next upcoming year. And you know, we did talk about like spending time with your loved ones and everything. And so I think that a fun winter break, hopefully before January, kind of like activity you could do is like make a vision board.
Yeah.
That would be really fun. Like, you know, you get like a bunch of magazines and maybe you could print out stuff from like Pinterest or something. That's like always a really fun, pretty, and it makes you feel like, yeah, I did something for this next year. So there's like that sense of accomplishment too. Yeah.
I've never made a vision board, so like you kind of just like put like pictures and words on it.
Yeah,
yeah.
for example, like if you wanted to go skydiving, let's say like that's one thing you wanted to do, then you get like a picture of a person skydiving, and then you put it on the board.
Yeah, okay. I see. There's a lot of different ways to go about accomplishing your goals. If none of the ones we talked about work out for you, there's plenty more out there. Like there's so many things you can do. Like if you like music, if you like looking at things, if you like doing things, writing things down, you know, we got things like journaling, making like specialized playlists for when you're doing something, you know, or maybe specialized for like a certain time of the year. There's like endless possibilities, and that is so, it's cool to think about because we're talking about the new year. So much new stuff can happen. Yeah, just honestly, it's been a great year. Big thank you to 2025. But well, for our last food review of the year, we had 49ers. Again, I had the adobo fried rice, and then we had I think you said a corned beef.
Corned beef hash and eggs is now just rice because I ate everything.
Yes, you can see how we decimated our plates.
Oh my god.
I had the loco moco with kalua pork.
Nice. But she did have some.
Yeah, I had ube waffles. They were just kind of okay.
Honestly, out of 10, solid 9. Honestly, 9.
Yeah,
That's it. It's pretty good for me, for my dish at least. For everyone else.
I agree.
That was really good.
Yeah, 9 is good.
Yeah. Amazing. But for our last food review, I think we should bring up all the other food we've eaten. And we've had a lot of good food. It's hard to think about. Honestly, I don't think I can remember it all. I will say one of the standouts, because it was kind of recent, well not recent, a little bit ago, but it was really freaking good, is Aiea Grill here at Leeward, made by Culinary. And I'm telling you, those people are amazing. They make such good stuff. I had those arancini balls from, I forget which episode, but that was, I could have so much of that.
5 orders for me. Yeah, I think that's really hard to beat. I mean, I know that we have all these great restaurants and like little shops that are local, but I'm not biased at all, okay? I completely say this objectively. Aiea is very good. I don't know what they're doing in that kitchen, but everything that comes out is so good.
Making magic.
It's not even funny, it's so good.
I was gonna say the same thing. That's crazy. Yeah, they're just so good. I like their kalbi fries, their fried rice, but another one I guess is Loke Aloha Cafe. That was a long time ago.
Oh, wait, that's
yeah, it was really good. They had some good drinks and
yeah.
like pastries I think we had, but
Yeah.
but Aiea Grill.
Those
Mhm.
are all good.
Yeah.
Like a couple, like we had, what was it, Dip by D, we had My Cafe, we had Hana Tea. Yeah, I think, because we started out with a couple small things. And then we got into like some nicer plate lunches.
Yeah.
Yeah, just all really good. Here's to more food. Well, I mean, I know you haven't been on an episode with us before, but like I guess in your personal year, what's your biggest food highlights?
I want to say all-you-can grill too. Because every time they go to the caf, I go downstairs. I get their club sandwich, and it's so good. It's so good. But they give so much food too.
That's everything.
Yep.
That's our wrap. Oh my God. It's gonna be our last episode of the year. See you guys next year, right?
Yeah.
But as always, we do have all of our resources. You can follow us on Instagram at @LovePono. We'll be posting on YouTube as usual, and it's again fairly recent, but we'll also be posting on Spotify. And of course, our website. Check out any of our other resources. We do have a bunch there, really. And one last big thank you to Bright Sky, who has made this year delicious.
All right. Well, that's our last episode of the year. That's crazy. All right. For the last time this year in 2025, and if you're watching this in 2026, hi. Past summer. This has been summer.
I'm Sage.
AJ.
And Jenna.
All right, happy holidays, everyone, and see you next
holidays.
year. Bye-bye.